Now in previous video we have learned about the trim path. Now we are going to talk about repeater. Okay, and let's see how we can use that. Now if you know that we have already applied this trim path over here, so what you can do, you can simply select the trim path and you can copy this as well. It act like effect, let's say. So what I'm gonna do, I can select this trim path one and I can hit Control C to copy, and I'm going to delete these shape layers. I'm going to select my pen tool and I am going to add one red color, for example. And from here to here, I'm going to create one stroke. I'll select this, Control Alt Home, align tab horizontally and align it vertically. Then I can go to the contents, I can go to the shape, or I can simply hit content as well, and I can hit Control V over here. So what will happen? Now I'll get that same animation over here like that. Now I'm gonna do certain changes over here. This time I don't want any offset keyframes, so I'm going to hit 0 over there, and I only want this option. Okay, like that. Now as you guys know that this time we are not going to deal with the trim part, but we are going to check out what is a repeater. Okay, so let's select this and hit Control D for a while, and we are going to hide this one. And for this shape layer, I'll go to the contents and I'm going to delete the trim part because I don't want to see that right now. Right now, we are going to learn about repeater. So if I go to the add menu and if I select this repeater option over here, from name itself, it will repeat it. So if you go inside this, first we will get this number of copies and then we will get this offset. Okay, offset is same options, like it will change the starting position like that. If it's 0, it will start from here. If I add certain value, it will start from somewhere else. Okay, simple as it's, you know, just like a trim path. So if I increase the number of copies to 5, as you guys can see, now they are creating copies in horizontally. So what we can do, I can go over here and position. Right now, if you see, the x position is 100. So if I make this 0 on x axis and if I make this 100 on y axis, as you guys can see, now they are creating copies over here, and I can adjust the number of copies according to my needs, like I can choose 2, 5, etc. And with the help of this position option, I can change the position of it wherever I need. Okay, and I can increase the number of copies as well. Okay, similarly you will get this option, like for example scale. You can adjust the scale according to your needs. Similarly rotation, okay, start opacity and opacity, etc, etc. And with the help of this you can create creative shapes. Okay, so you can play around with these options and you can create different shapes. For example, right now what I'm gonna do, I'm going to choose this trim path as well as this repeater together. Okay, so what we are going to do, let's select this trim. We will delete this layer as well. I'm going to select my pen tool, and from here to here I'm going to create one shape. I'll select this and I'll press Ctrl Alt Home. I'll go to the Align tab. I'll align it horizontally, only horizontally, not gonna align it vertically. But this time what I'm gonna do, I'll select this and with the help of arrow keys, I'm going to adjust it like this. Then I'm going to select pen behind tool, and by holding Control, I'm going to snap it at the bottom. And now let's make this fit. And now I'm going to create duplicates of it. Now what I want to do is that I want to create duplicates of it, but in a circular format. So for that, what can I do? I can go to the add menu and I can choose repeater over here. So as you guys can see, they are starting to repeat this. Okay, like that. Now I can go to the repeater over here, and right now the X position is somewhere around over here, and if I change the rotation, we are getting this kind of rotation, but this is not what I want. So what I can do, I can make this position of X and Y 0, and now if I change the rotation of it, I can get something like this. Okay, and I can create this kind of shape over here. So what we can do over here, suppose I have 50 to let's say 18 copies of it, and I want to distribute it in a circular format, but in a proper way, like each and everyone is equally distributed. So what we can do, we know the circle is of 360-degree circle. So what we can do is I can type over here 360 dash, which is slash, which is divided by, and right now my number of copies are 18, so I'll type 18 and I'll hit enter. So now what will happen, that the 18 lines are going to equally distributed in this 360-degree circle, like that, as simple as it is. Okay, so right now it's 20. If I make this 10, obviously simple calculation, we are gonna get something like this. Okay, so let's make this 20. So we are gonna get this kind of distributions over here. Okay, so we are gonna get this kind of stuff. And now one different thing about it, that even after applying this repeater, you can apply other modifiers as well. Like if I go to the add menu and if I choose trim path here, as you guys can see, the trim path is over here. And if I go to the trim path and if I make this end value like this, I'll get something like this. So I can create one keyframe at end. I can go to around, let's say, 1 second. I can make this 100. I'll go over here. I'll create one keyframe at start. I'll go over here and I'll make this value 100. So if you see, I'm gonna get this kind of stuff. I can select this and I can hit F9. Okay, like this. Let's select this and let's select our selection tool and let's make this stroke 15, like that. Okay, so I'm gonna get this kind of animation over here. Similarly, if you select the trim path and if you move this after repeater, you're gonna get same results over here. Okay, so we will get something like this. So this is how you can use repeater, and this is how you can create multiple modifiers as well.